Well, we're glad you're here. I will tell you that we've had a lot of fun. We call ourselves the Roadshow Band because we've actually given this presentation, about 4 or 5 times now? Okay, so we've had practice. So if we don't have it together for you guys, there's something wrong with us. We've got some practice under our belt. Super excited to have all of you here. We are going to get things started by introducing our Commander-in-Chief. Please give a nice round of applause to Ms. Tammy Miller. Come on up.
Thank you, Mr. Lane. Welcome to the Roadshow and Sales Rally. So welcome to all of you here at Dave & Buster's, and welcome to all of you out there virtually. Really excited to have you. I've thought about what we're going to call this, our final performance. I thought about farewell tour, but that would not be, we could start rumors with that. Best for last. There we go. So thank you so much. We are going to roll a quick video as we get started.
What is the one thing every Coldwell Banker agent has in common? A smile. That's because agents are more satisfied at Coldwell Banker than any other real estate company. And what makes our agents so satisfied? Well, we have a 115-year history of doing things the right way, the Coldwell Banker Way. It starts with a deep appreciation for the power of home. Across 40 countries and 100,000 people, our agents understand this place better than anyone. It's not just the biggest investment our clients make in their lives. Home is where life happens, where we fall in love, where we become who we are. Coldwell Banker agents guide hundreds of thousands of people home every year, and that's something to smile about. The Coldwell Banker Way also means providing our people the resources they depend on. Technology shown to make agents twice as productive. Learning proven to help agents earn more listings and higher sales volume. Real estate's most effective advertising and a 13% higher sales price than the industry average. What's not to love? There are countless reasons why Coldwell Banker is a career move you can really feel good about. Discover what happens when you're backed by a world-renowned real estate company and a one-of-a-kind community. Here, you have a home where you can be who you are and where you can open the door to a brilliant future. Welcome in.
All right. Good afternoon. Okay, let's try that again. Good afternoon. That's a lot better. So every single thing that we do at Coldwell Banker, we have one thing in mind, and that's helping all of you live an exceptional life. Every single decision that we make is all about you, and today is absolutely no different. We're going to talk today about building your 2022, getting the most out of your business plan. Do you have a business plan? Okay, that's awesome. So we're going to talk about business plans. We have our primary partners. We're going to talk a little bit about how they can play a role in your business plan for 2022. We're going to talk some global luxury. We're going to talk some investors. Have a lot in store for you. So thanks again for spending the next couple of hours with us. Before we get going, I would like to thank our partners, Guaranteed Rate Affinity, Guardian Title, Prudential, Real Property Management, American Home Shield, and Realogy Insurance. Did I mention Guardian Title? On Guardian Title too. All right, what's the other thing that we love to do at Coldwell Banker? Party, I heard it. Do we believe in a culture of awesomeness? Yes. Cool, how many people are at the Broadmoor in September? How many people are going to have it in your business plan for 2022? Okay, how many people are going to have it in your business plan for 2022? Karen, does that seem a little weak? Okay, all right, well, we're going to fix that. We've done a lot of things this year already. We kicked it off with a Rockies game. How many people are at the Rockies game? Wonderful. We've done, in a few short months, we've done Cycle Nation, Century Ride. Last night, Fort Collins and Loveland celebrated the Eagles night. Natalie, 2,000 people on behalf of Coldwell Banker attended the Eagles game. We have, what's coming up this weekend? Zoo Lights. How many people are going to the Zoo Lights? How many people have more than 100 people attending? Oh, come on. Brandon, was that you? It's hard to see. How many people are you bringing to Zoo Lights? Awesome. Awesome job. So we are bringing 4,000 people every night to Zoo Lights this weekend, so congratulations on that. Let's see. We've had just a ton of fun, and we're just getting started. There's our 4,000 tickets per night. Okay, Elaine, are we ready to get the program going? Let's do this. All right, so I am super excited to bring up our first guest speaker, Sandra Kerr. Sandra is joining us all the way from San Francisco Bay Area. Sandra is everything education for Coldwell Banker, and she's going to talk to you about a business plan and the 100-day effect. Welcome.
Thank you. Got a lot to hold here in my hands. Let me figure out my best way here. So I'm so excited to be here. I told the earlier group that I had my wings clipped, and you're the first time I've gotten to be in front of people live since March of 2020, so this is so exciting for me. So again, my name is Sandra Kerr. I am with the Education Department, and since I'm in Colorado, I thought I'd bring a little of Lake Tahoe to you. So that's me at Homewood. I have previously been a licensed salesperson in both California and Texas over the years, so I really understand all the craziness of the market that's going on, and why business planning is important. And throughout my entire career in real estate, I have always been Coldwell Banker Blue. I love this company, I believe in this company, and I hope the fact that you are all here, and if you're new here, I hope you begin to feel the same way too. So I'm here to talk about planning your plan for 2022 and business planning. And I heard Tammy ask earlier, how many of you have a business plan? I'd love to see a show of hands. How many of you have actually created a 1-year, 3-year, 5-year plan? Okay, just a few of you. How many of you have one currently in place right now that you're using and are on track? Well, that's good. So let me ask, sir, you raised your hand. Why do you do that?
It helps me plan not only my financial goals, it helps me control my expenditures so that I have a good balance and can structure my lead generation and all those things to meet my expectations and help me meet those goals.
And now that you've done that, could you imagine doing this business without it? Not at all. It'd kind of be like on a roller coaster without a seatbelt, right?
Exactly, especially with all the calls we get from people wanting to sell us lead generation products, etc. It allows me to be able to say, already budgeted.
I love that. Anybody else that has a plan in place that would like to share something for those that don't currently have one that might help them? No? Okay, well, we'll keep going here. So maps, you might be wondering, well, what does that have to do with anything? A lot of you did not raise your hand saying that you had a business plan, so I thought I'd do something a little visual. We all have one of these of some sort. And we all have some sort of an app that maps, right? Whether it's Google Maps or Waze. And we use it whether we're going someplace new or somewhere familiar. Who here uses it every week? All right, look at that. So you're up front here. I can see you. I can't see everybody back. Why is it important for you to use your map? So you don't get lost where you're going. And you start by putting a final destination in, correct? Okay, so help behind him. Why do you use a map? Exactly, how long it will take you to get to your destination. Any other reason that you use a map? Yes?
I am seriously directionally challenged. If I didn't have a cell phone to know where to go, I'd be lost after this.
So if you ever make a wrong turn, what does that map help you do?
Make a U-turn and get back to where I belong.
Get back to where you belong. So if you can kind of understand that, that is what a properly executed business plan will do for your business. You will start out by putting your end goal for 2022 in there. And then you will map out everything that you need to do to get there. And we'll talk about the different things that you need to do there. And if for some reason you get off course, having that roadmap in place will help you get back on course to end up at your final destination, and that's where you want to be. So let's talk about mindset. So you need to ask yourself, do you have the right mindset? There's different types of mindset, but the one that I want to address today is, what is your why? What gets you up every morning and keeps you doing this job? Because when this job gets hard, it's hard to keep going. So why is that? Is it because you are a sole provider for your family? You have kids that you need to pay for college? You have no retirement? What is your why? They say that your why should make you cry. It should be that important to you to keep you going, to stay in this thing called real estate. So you need to look inside and ask yourself from time to time, do you have a strong enough internal fire to get you through the hard things that are required for you to go out there and grow a large business? And I've said this before, real estate is not for sissies. If you were at Gin Blue, Angela Duckworth talked about grit. Does it take grit to stay in this? Yeah, so you need to know why you are doing this, and you need to remind yourself in your head why you're doing it. Maybe you write it down. Maybe it's a picture that you put in your, what's that thing in your car? Thank you. See, you're all still with me. All right, so why does business planning matter? As a real estate business owner, business planning plays a crucial role in helping you focus on some necessary activities. It's going to help you stabilize your business and income, build a stable business to whatever level you want to achieve, create predictable income and profitability. Let's go back to that first sentence, though. You are a business owner, right? You are not a salesperson, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But I want you to have that mindset in your head, because the next few slides are really going to address what a business owner thinks about. So predictable income. Let me ask you, how many of you feel confident that this January, you know you're going to have closings to maybe help cover all those holiday costs? How many of you are confident that you will have a closing? Okay, that's pretty good, but not everybody. How many of you would like to feel confident that you will have a closing in January to cover all of those? Well, what if I could tell you, what if I told you that if you create a plan and are consistent with it, you can have that predictable income? How many of you would be game to try? Show of hands? Yeah, because the thought of a business plan can be intimidating. You kind of get that deer in the headlights look. But it's really important as a business owner. If you were getting a loan, no bank would lend you any money without a business plan because they work. So let's talk about what type of profitability do you have? Are you at risk? More than 1 month out of the year, does your income coming in, is it lower than your expenses going out, right? That's at-risk profitability. You don't want to be there. We have variable profitability, which isn't bad. That means you break even a couple months out of the year, and then maybe you have a little bit of profit. You're not at risk, so you're not dipping into your piggy bank or your retirement to get you through. But the ideal place to be is predictable profitability, where your income coming in is a profitable income every month out of the year that allows you the ability to go sit on the beach, relax, and enjoy yourself because you know that you've put systems in place to keep your business going, and you can enjoy that time. So I want you to stop and think for a minute and do a little inner search, and which one of these charts represents your business today? So let's talk about a few things. We hear the time, the seasonality of the market, and the worst time of the year, and we always hear agents talk about, oh, it's December, you know, people aren't really focused, I'm just gonna take some time off. Well, listen, during the worst real estate market in history, between 2008 and 2011, who remembers that? Who was in business? That was a terrible time, right? But millions of homes still sold. And during that worst real estate market, in the worst time of the year, November, December, January, homes still sold, right? Sellers still need to sell and buyers still need to buy. So you need to ask yourself, during those months, why am I not getting my piece of the pie? Because raise your hand if you've ever sold a home in November, December, or January. Yeah, that's most of you. So things are happening. But why do agents kind of give up during that time and think that there's not any business. The successful agents in your office that still do business 12 months out of the year that seem that they're busy, they never stop doing what they need to do. They don't say it's a slow time of the year, so I'm going to take some time off. So you need to think about that. We have what's called the 100-day effect. And if you've never taken our AMP class, I highly encourage you to do it. For my seasoned agents, I've had people up to 35, 40 years in the business, top producers that say, this class was excellent, it got me back to basics, and that's what I needed. We talk about the 100-day effect, meaning from the day you have an appointment, this is statistically from NAR, it takes about 100 days from the time you have an appointment with either a buyer or a listing presentation, on average, before you see money in the bank. What that's not counting is your lead generation or the time it takes to cultivate that. So if it's once I have the appointment, 100 days before I get paid, how many of you have an appointment scheduled this week? A few of you. The rest of you, you may not be seeing a check 100 days from now. So you need to put into place systems that are going to continually generate leads to fill your pipeline so you don't have that ebb and flow. It's a consistent way of doing things. And marketing has so many tools available to you, and you'll hear more about some new exciting things to help you do that. But you need to keep in mind, what you do today, it's not instant gratification. You're not going to see a paycheck till down the road. So you need to think about that and remember that, and that's what we call the 100-day effect. What you do in October should affect your January. What you're doing now will probably affect your February. So you always have to be doing the starting part, which is generating leads and having the right conversations so you can get to the appointment to get that clock ticking. We also talk about lead ratings, and I have a lot of agents that will get a little whiteboard and put it at their desk. And if they meet a client that needs to buy in the next 1 to 30 days, they put them in that category. So if I know that I need 24 transactions this year to generate the income that I need to meet my goals and whatever I've set, and so that's maybe 2 a month, I need to have 2 people that need to buy in the next 30 days, 2 people in the next 31 to 60, 61 to 90, etc. Right? I need to keep my funnel full. And I hear a lot of agents say, well, yeah, I had an open house, but oh my gosh, you know, these people, they don't think they want to buy for another 2 or 3 years, or they're not really ready to sell for another 3 years. I'm like, they're great. They go right here. Why is somebody, that curves, y'all. Why is somebody like that a good thing to have in your pipeline, the 180 days or more? Why are they good in your pipeline? Right. Well, exactly, but these can be great sources of referral. They might not be ready to buy for 2 or 3 years or sell for 2 or 3 years, but if I'm continuing to work on that conversation with them and market to them, they can refer to me during that time. And how many times is 3 years all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I need to sell my house today? And if you haven't been paying attention to those people, you're not going to be the one that's top of the mind. So you've just lost them. But if I look at this chart and I am heavy in the 180 days or more and really don't have anything else in between there, I know that I really need to pay attention to either the conversations that I'm having, the type of marketing that I'm doing, because I need to feel something here because of the 100-day effect. I might not be in business down the road. So as an experienced agent, here's some numbers that you always need to pay attention to as a business owner. These are just some, right? What is your sales volume year to date? What is your current gross commission? How many transactions have you closed? What was the source of that transaction? How many appointments did you have to go on to get a closed deal? And what is your conversion rate? Because why those are important, what is the source of the transaction? Maybe it's my sphere, maybe it's open house, maybe it's social media. What is my conversion rate? Because if I find that I'm getting a lot of business from some, I might want to focus my attention on that, right? Because that is feeding my pipeline. and then diversify. If you are new to the business, you want to pay attention to these numbers because these will be crucial as you move forward. So we are beginning business planning classes. These are what are left for this month. This is through learning and development. If you've never done a business plan or if you have one, I still encourage you to participate in this class. You will learn about why a mission and a vision statement is important, how to think about your 1-year, 3-year, 5-year plan, what type of profit do you want to see. We will help you with all of that. In Sales Pro, there is an income goal projector. It's right on front on the carousel. If you want to project for 2022, what you need to earn, not like, oh, well, I want to make $200,000. No, it's like, this is what you need to earn. That will help you do that. That will tell you how many transactions you need, how many price points you need to talk to, and based on your conversion rate, how many people you need to talk to get an appointment, to get a closed transaction, etc. So I would encourage you to all go in and utilize that. When you take your business planning from learning and development, and you partner it with your marketing business plan, get with your success coach, they will help you figure out what lead generation tools to use over the 12 months to help get those systems in place to keep that pipeline full. Plus you have a design concierge budget planner in there to help with that because like this gentleman said earlier, you have to know your budget. So when you put those together, it's really going to help you have a whole 360-degree path for you to go forward. In your seats, everybody pull out. You have one of these. It's called a course catalog. If you are not aware of the courses that we offer at Learning Development, you should look through these. We also have agent pathways. So if you are a new to business agent, you would want to start with boot camp. Then from there, maybe take a few of our lead generation classes. If you're a seasoned agent and you want to really work on honing in on your listing presentation, Outlist Outlast would probably be ideal for you. We really get in there and work on your listing presentation and your pre-list packet and getting that all done. So please take that with you and utilize those to help you move forward. And I think, Miss Tammy, I've taken up all my time.
Thank you so much, Sandra. Okay, there's one thing I forgot to tell you guys is super important. This is audience participation kind of a meeting. Oh, now she tells us. So a couple of takeaways from Sandra's presentation. Now, I know many of you in the audience, so I get to start. Oh, hi. Yes, a couple takeaways.
Get a business plan ASAP. Get a business plan and
Get a business plan ASAP. That is awesome. Very nice. What else? What other takeaways?
Your why should make you cry.
Your why should make you cry. So think about that. I think over the years we hear, what is your why? Why is your why important? Your why should make you cry. It should be that important. Okay, one more. Build a pipeline. Absolutely. So when I was managing the DTC office, I'd have agents come in and say, Tammy, I need a closing. And I'd be like, okay, so talk to me about your pipeline. Talk to me about what you're doing to generate leads. You don't understand. I need a closing. I'm like, no, maybe you don't understand. You need some leads and you need to prospect every single day. So that 100-day effect is super important. A pipeline, because I think somebody said it, maybe Jill, some of those people fall out, right? People who say they're going to or think they're going to buy or sell, that never happens, or it happens later than you think it's going to happen. So awesome job, you guys. You might want to remember that this is agent participation. So fast forward, you have an amazing plan for 2022, right? Okay, so what are we going to do with that plan? Are we going to put it in our desk drawer? I'm speaking from experience. Are we going to file it somewhere on our computer and then maybe be able to find it later? No. The whole goal is to have an active working business plan. So I would like to bring up Doris Brown with Guardian Title. And Doris is running a mastermind. That's right. Give it up for Doris. Doris is going to talk to you about a mastermind opportunity to work on business efficiency. So how do you make that business plan really work for you? Hi, Doris from Guardian Title.
Oh my gosh, and that's without any alcohol yet today. All right, let's see. Who is that handsome man up there? Okay, so thank you so much for such a warm welcome. I'm excited to talk with you about the Business Efficiency Masterminds because this is the perfect critical next step to help you keep your business plan alive in 2022. What are audience participation? Tammy, some of the reasons we don't take that business plan back out. We spend all this time formulating it. We spend hours. We pour into it. The numbers confuse us. We ask for help. The plan stays in the drawer. What are some of the reasons why that happens? I get busy. What else? What was that? Fear. Fear. Okay, oh gosh, if I had more time, I would want to dive into that with you because you're right, that is true. Let me ask another question. What's some of the reasons why we don't progress and actually hit our actual goals? Sidetracked, or I get busy, or fear. It's all blended in together, right? So here's what the Business Efficiency Masterminds can help you with. We want to help you to live new habits of working, thinking, and being in your business. So it's not just about business efficiency, it's actually the beingness that you're bringing to your business and into your life. What I want to help you learn is, how do I track my business effectively? What tools and systems do I need in order to keep myself self-managed at a higher level? Those are the kinds of conversations that we have inside of the business masterminds. And by the way, these masterminds don't have a shelf life. It's all about back to basics. And regardless of what level of experience or tenure you have in this industry, there's something in these masterminds for you. Because it's not just about the systems and processes, it's about the mindset and what you are bringing to the table for yourself as an entrepreneur in the real estate industry. So some of you may remember that we launched these masterminds actually earlier this year in spring of 2021. We had 75 people participate. We had over almost 200 people say yes to the discovery session. We secured about 75 of them. And the majority of those people said that they would want to participate in this again. So I really hope that you will consider taking a dive into a discovery conversation, understanding what it is that we're up to help you with your business. And then in January of 2022, we're going to launch an 8-week integrative series to assist you with your business. So look for the discovery conversations coming up between the holidays, between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we will be able to share everything and get some vision for you on what we can do to assist you in 2022. Thank you so much. And Ms. Chandel is next.
Hello, guys. I'm Chandel with Guardian Title. There's a few of us out in the crowd. Can you guys stand up? These are all of the people that, come on, Jeremy. These are all the people that make things happen. Thank you guys for coming. So we're going to talk to you guys about a couple of things that we are doing to try and make your guys' lives a little bit easier. So in 2020, everything in the real estate world became a little bit different. But it also forced the state of Colorado to finally approve us using online notaries. So that made things a little bit easier for your sellers. Has anybody used our virtual close? Sweet. Way more than the last crowd, because there was one of you. So we actually have been listening to you guys though, right? And we know that virtual close will allow your sellers to close anywhere they want, at their house, at work, wherever is most convenient for them. But what we realized was the thing that you guys really love about your sellers is being able to celebrate with them at the end. And that has been lacking in like a virtual close platform, right? Because you guys don't always get to join. So we are actually making some enhancements to this platform. There are two things that we are focusing on right now. One of them is that there's going to be a Guardian Title employee that's actually accessible to you to do these closings. So it's not just some random online notary. So they'll actually be able to ask, your sellers will be able to ask questions, Guardian Title employees will be able to answer them, so that will be good. We're also going to be able to invite all of you to the closings now. So you guys get to celebrate with them, even if it's happening virtually. And we know that that's been missing, so I think that that will be really important. This is all happening in January, so we only have a couple more months, and then you guys will have access to all of that. So be on the lookout for that. Yes, well, we still have Notarize. That's the platform we're using now. This is going to be a new one. It's called Virtual Close. So this is going to be something else. Yep, but it will be very similar to Notarize. Then our next thing is we want to make sure that you guys are able to increase your productivity instead of doing a bunch of admin work, because we know that you guys don't like doing that. So we wanted to remind you of a few things. The first one is the mobile file management. We have our app that if you guys sign up for that, we can automatically send you documents without you guys having to sift through emails to find an earnest money receipt or a title commitment or anything else. So make sure that you guys are using that. We also wanted to remind you that if you guys are closing with us, we have integrations with CB that allows us to send documents after closing directly to your office. You don't have to scan documents in or take them back to anybody. And we're also sending CB's wire to CB automatically, so you guys don't have to worry about getting that check to them either. So we're trying to make this process seamless as possible for you guys so you guys can sell more houses. I think that's it. Questions? Perfect. Thank you guys for being with us today.
Thank you, Chandel and Doris. Okay, so we have a business plan. It's amazing. We're going to learn how to really work that business plan. We're going to use Guardian Title to help us work more efficiently, right? Okay, so let's talk about adding something to our business plan. How many of you would like to add global luxury, increase your global luxury market presence? Show of hands. All right, so we have the amazing Natalie Antonelli, our Global Luxury Ambassador, straight from Fort Collins, and also the manager of our Fort Collins office, and Lane Lyon, managing broker of Denver Central and the voice of Coldwell Banker, up here to talk about global luxury and increasing your global luxury presence. Come on up, friends.
Thank you, Tammy. Hi, everyone. I think we did save the best for last. I definitely have a feeling this is going to be the best.
This is not the last thing.
I mean last roadshow, last as a whole, yes. So hi everyone. So some of you might know my name is Natalie Antonelli. I manage our northernmost office up in Fort Collins. And I also for the last few years have had the privilege of working with all of our global luxury members and heading up the global luxury program that we have here in Colorado. And I'm super excited to announce that Lane Lyon, our amazing Denver Central manager, is going to be partnering with me to bring in enhanced awareness and experience when it comes to our global luxury program. Lane.
Super cool. Yeah, and I'm excited too, because I remember, I joined the company in 2012 when I got my license, and I remember we'd get to this point of the roadshow when we'd talk about global luxury, and I would remember thinking, that is some far off neighborhood out there that maybe one day I'll have the privilege of figuring out, or $1 million property is just not in my wheelhouse. Well, how many of you this year have found yourself closer and closer to writing those contracts, maybe with higher numbers than you ever have before, putting that one and that comma in that purchase price column? Maybe you hadn't done that much before. The truth is we're all here, and that luxury market is getting closer and closer, and it affects all of us. And so one of the reasons that I am on board and so excited is just to help everyone understand the value of being part of Coldwell Banker Global Luxury, and I'm super excited to do that, and we've got a lot to share, so let's jump in.
Awesome. Thank you, Lane. I think it's 100% true. I think this luxury market, or the market in general that we're seeing throughout Colorado, shows us that it's ever present. Oftentimes we find it right in our own backyard with these rising sale prices. So speaking of sale prices, let's talk a little bit about stats. So we all know 2020 was a very, very different, very challenging, very unique year. But the real estate market, you wouldn't know it, right? The real estate market did exceptionally well. And the luxury real estate market did well too. Real estate wealth grew 24% from 2019 to 2020. In just the first half of 2021, it's already grown 77%, so it's completely outpacing itself. There's been a 244.5% increase in homes sold above the $1 million price point. So it's just extraordinary what's going on in these luxury markets. Single-family homes between $1 and $5 million have outpaced above $5 million by 29 times. And attached homes in that $1 to $5 million range have outsold $5 million and above over 45 times. So we're seeing some extraordinary figures. And I love that there's a highlighted focus on the price point between the 1 and 5 million, because that's an amazing price threshold for our Colorado markets, right? Up and down the Front Range. We're seeing more and more properties between this $1 and $5 million mark. So it's quite obvious that this real estate market that we're seeing, especially in luxury, is on fire. So Lane, since we see all this amazing information, where are these buyers and sellers coming from?
Well, that is a good question. Where are they coming from? Any ideas? Outside of Colorado, outside the U.S.? Absolutely. Well, I love this slide here, and I want to talk about this for a second. So this is affluent property ownership by age group. So if we look there, that the age group with both a net worth of over $5 million and the greatest real estate wealth footprint is actually baby boomers. So the millennials are getting a lot of attention because of the impact that they're having in residential real estate. Largest buyer pool, correct? One of my favorite phrases, though, is do what you love and the money will follow. Well, we all know in real estate and in business, oftentimes you just have to follow the money. So if we look at this slide here, we've got Gen X, the silent generation, age 76 and above. Here's our baby boomers, 57 to 75. Where's the money, right? So let's not discount some of these age groups as well. When we're putting our presentations together, when we're thinking about where does the money come from. Have any of you written an offer this year? I know we're seeing a lot in Denver Central where it's a first-time home buyer, but we get beat out because the winner was also a first-time home buyer who paid cash. And we think, where are they getting the money? Grandpa, grandma, right? And as these age groups kind of start to age out, we anticipate a trickle-down effect to these buyer groups. And the reality is we're also bucking some of the trends, particularly with the silent generation, with this notion that as we get older, we want to downsize. Well, we also have some people who love spending money on nice properties, and we are here to help. So that is a fun one.
I love that stat, and I love how Lane breaks it down. I truly do. But I think that there's some moving pieces in here that give us a unique opportunity to leverage all the marketing technology that we have available through Coldwell Banker and Coldwell Banker Global Luxury by way of reaching these different demographics, right? The different subsectors within millennials and Gen Xers, and of course the baby boomers. So we're not going to market to every different demographic all in the same way. So let's move on to some fast facts and claims. I love going through these. Need my slide to come up. Over 32,000 transaction sides over $1 million in 2020. Average sales price of $1.9 million in luxury properties in 2020. Our Coldwell Banker agents handle on average $168 million in $1 million plus homes every day. Every single day. That's incredible. Last year, the $1 million plus sales volume represented a 16% increase in our year-over-year growth, and 1 in 10 visitors to our ColdwellBankerLuxury.com site came from outside the U.S. So our media partnerships that we're going to talk about in just a minute are so important because our buyers may not be right in our backyard, right? They may be across the country. They may be across the ocean. I want to cover very briefly our, actually, let me go back. I'm clicking too quickly. I apologize. Our property and agent, our property zip code threshold tool. So if you have a property that you're going to be listing and you're not quite sure if it qualifies for the global luxury marketing through Listing Concierge or through anything that you want to do, right in the Coldwell Banker Desk platform, you can go down to, there's a marketing tab, it'll drop down to global luxury, and you can do the threshold lookup tool under the zip codes. You can enter the zip code where the property resides, and it will let you know what that luxury threshold price point is in for that specific zip code. If the property meets or exceeds it, it will automatically be a global luxury referenced property. So that's a great way to know if you can use that enhanced global luxury marketing benefit. And you don't need to be a global luxury member to utilize it. So the property can qualify you for that enhanced marketing as well. And if you're looking to become certified and become a member of our super amazing global luxury program here in Colorado, you need 3 of those sales above those threshold price points. And that will give you the ability to become both a luxury property specialist through the Institute for Luxury Home Marketing and a global luxury member through Coldwell Banker. And if you have any questions about this, of course, you know you can reach out to Lane or myself, and we'd be happy to chat through them with you. Going back to some of our super important media partnerships and the exposure that we bring our properties, we have an incredible, we can deploy an amazing marketing approach to all the properties that we represent through Coldwell Banker Global Luxury. Our portfolio of publication partners is extraordinary, and they reach the most affluent readers around the world. Our ColdwellBankerLuxury.com at any given time features over 25,000 luxury properties. It also has some amazing opportunity to search by lifestyle need, and it has a currency conversion piece in there as well. Our Wealth Engine tool I talk about all the time. This is a beast of a system that runs off of data points and analytics so that you can actually target and find wealth for those properties, especially the really unique ones that we see sometimes that we need to find a specific buyer for. And then, of course, our exclusive Coldwell Banker Homes and Estates publication that spans across 50 countries, and we have syndicate publications within H&E that are run through the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal. So some amazing opportunities for enhanced exposure for all of those luxury properties. So Lane, I think we have some pretty extraordinary properties of our own here in Colorado to showcase, and you can go ahead and wrap us up.
Let's do that now, because we are among some celebrities in the audience even. So take a look. First of all, mic drop on this one. I won't really drop the mic. Take a look here. Brian Friedman from the Global Luxury Office. Brian here. We will applause for him anyway. Take a look at this huge sale. Awesome. Fantastic. Round of applause. Wow. Fantastic and great job. Who would like to go for a swim in this pool? Doesn't that look nice? Karen Bernardi from our Boulder office, fantastic listing. Another one from the Global Luxury office, absolutely beautiful. Kelly Barton, excellent job. Darlene at DTC, hello, nice one. Congratulations, that looks beautiful. From our Fort Collins office, this was a notable record, the highest price listing ever sold in Fort Collins, right here. So don't let anyone tell you that you can't list luxury property. You're among great friends here. Garvin, awesome. Evergreen office here. Louie and Melanie Lee. Beautiful marketing as well. So congratulations for partnering with some awesome marketing. Rowley Group and Parker, awesome job on that one. Here's some recently sold buyers in the last 18 months. Karen in the Boulder office, beautiful. And we've got one from the Longmont office with Cheryl. Fantastic job. That's a pretty one as well. Well, can we just do this all day? Oh my goodness. You can tell we love what we do. Kelly Barton at Global Luxury. This one's a gorgeous one too. 4.286. Fantastic. Ryan Wilson, are you here? Ryan knows horse property like no other, and that's a beautiful one too. We can keep going. Shannon Byerly was here earlier at 3.9, so awesome job. Round of applause for our rock stars. Really awesome job. So let that inspire you. If you're a member of our Global Luxury program, we will be reaching out to you to really get you excited about some new things that Natalie and I are coming up with, especially in the way of marketing and leveraging this wonderful branding that you have available. For those of you that are like, I'm thinking this might be good, 2 ways to really raise wealth in your own business would be average commission price, average commission, and then of course average sales price. Commission isn't always easy to change. Sales price can be changed, particularly if you leverage yourself in a new way. So think about Coldwell Banker Global Luxury and how we can work together. And thank you for your time. Have a great one. Tammy, back to you.
Thank you so much, Lane and Natalie. All right. It's tricky. It is tricky. Yes, it is. It's as tricky as this double microphone that we have to hold here. Okay, so how many people would like to add to their business plan working with investors? Show of hands. Hard to see you guys. How many people would like to add to their own investment portfolio? Wonderful. Well, up next, we have the famous Greg Batchelor from Real Property Management. Welcome, Greg. Greg is going to talk about investors, investment properties, and ways to add that to your business plan.
Awesome. Thank you, Tammy. I didn't know I was famous. That's a great introduction. Hey, if I'm famous with Tammy, then I'm famous. I'm just rolling with it. That's all I'm saying. All right, we're going to chat through a couple things in these next about 8 minutes. All right, you guys ready? How many people think that you could make, from what we talk about $80,000 next year in these next 8 minutes? Anybody think that sounds realistic? Too good to be true? There's not as many hands as went up as I saw earlier, but I'm going to walk you through that real quick. 2 things. First off, let me give you an update in just where the rental market and the investor market is. In 2021, it's been the perfect blend in terms of housing price appreciation, everything that you're seeing on your side of the world, and the blend of rental price appreciation. It's an investor's dream. Investors will tell you, seasoned investors will tell you, hey, listen, if I could just get some price appreciation, I know rental rates are flat, or rental rates may be going up, but housing prices are flat. No, we have absolutely amazing double-digit growth on both sides. That's the update as we round out 2021, and any of the economic forecasts looking into 2022 are calling for exactly the same thing, which bids well on a couple of fronts. Let's talk about your portfolio. You can buy an investment property right here in the Denver area or up and down the Front Range for $400,000 to $500,000. You can find an older single-family home. You can find a townhome, something in that range. It's where a lot of investors are making money right now. Any of the economic forecasts that are calling for price appreciation going into 2022 are all pointing to 10 to 12%. So let's stay conservative, number one, and I'm not very good with math, number two, so we're going to pick 10%. And if you buy an investment property in these next couple of months that at $400,000 or $500,000, how much appreciation will you get if it appreciates 10% in the next year? $40,000 to $50,000. Did we just click off 40 grand? All right, I'm halfway to my 80. Stick with me. Keep that in mind. Here's one of the most beautiful things about having an investment property. When you are looking at an appreciating asset, that's as good as it gets. Make no mistakes about it right now. We've seen Wall Street have this amazing run. There are more people all the time that think that Wall Street is dicey at best right now, and I'd have to concur. To see Dow Jones at 36,000, that's amazing, and I'm not sure that we have the economic fundamentals to support that. But let me ask you this question. How many of you, raise of hands, how many of you think housing prices will be less a year from now than they are today? Nobody. How about 2 years from now? Still nobody. How about 5 years from now? Still nobody. And that's the beauty of where we're at. All of the economic fundamentals, job growth, economic growth, population growth, it's all there. And so you can roll the dice on a Wall Street investment, or you can roll the dice on Denver real estate. And I can guarantee you right now that is way less risky, if there's any risk at all. If we all knew today exactly where prices were going to be for any investment vehicle a year, 2, 5 years down the road, we would probably make different investment decisions. And we have all just voted in this room. We've now done 5 of these road shows, and I had one person in northern Colorado that's suspicious that in 5 years prices may be less. So that's a couple hundred people that we've now spoken with. Nobody thinks it's going the other direction, and I would concur. Keep that on your radar screen. You have an opportunity. You're out in the marketplace day in and day out. Last thing here, investors. Here's the component. Buying your own investment property, that's a passive income stream for you. You don't have to go out there and prospect. You don't have to leverage your sphere of influence. You're not farming in that neighborhood. You are simply buying a piece of property that is appreciating, and you get the investment benefit from that. Here's the piece with investors. If you stop for a minute and you just think about where your business plan is today, can you either leverage more investor relationships, or can you create some investor relationships where you could do one extra deal a quarter in 2022 with an investor? Not someone selling a primary residence, someone that is specifically looking for investment properties. Here's what I can tell you. Based on what average commissions are at where prices are right now, you can make about $40,000 more if you add 4 of those into your portfolio next year. $40,000 on some price appreciation on an investment property, $40,000 that will take some work. It's going to have to be intentional, but I think in these 8 minutes, I hope we've talked through enough of that to at least make you think, can I make an extra $80,000 next year? And I think the answer is yes. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's going to require some work, and you all know that all too well. Get the investment properties underneath your portfolio, property or properties under your portfolio. Let the passive income stream roll, and then you continue to focus on your business, especially as it pertains to investors. We're in an amazing marketplace to do that. We all look at Denver real estate as, holy smokes, I can't believe it's so expensive. I can't believe it's where it was. I grew up here as a kid. In the 1970s, I grew up here at Buckley and Mississippi, and Buckley Road was a dirt road then. We used to ride our bikes on that. I can't believe how much housing prices have gone up in the last 43 years. It's incredible. But guess what? The West Coast, they think all of our real estate is half price. Come from California, they can't believe how cheap it is. I was literally just texting with a client, one of your colleagues out of the Boulder office, who's looking at an Erie investment right now. They can't believe how cheap it is. I think we need to think through that lens as well. Here at Real Property Management Colorado, we are glad to help in any way that we can. We'll help you look at properties, analyze what their rental rates are, answer any questions for you along those lines, support you. We have the privilege of managing properties for a number of your colleagues in this room and elsewhere. We have the privilege of working with some of your investors. We'd love to have an opportunity to do that. Here is to an amazing 2022. Finish strong this year, and let's go beef up your business plan in 2022. Back to you, Tammy.
Thank you, Greg. All right, up next, we're going to talk a little bit about protecting your investment and protecting your buyers, homes as well, and sellers. Hi, Christina from American Home Shield, trying to sneak around the table. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi. It's so weird. It is awkward. Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. It's so exciting to see a few of your faces. I haven't seen you in forever. So what's going on with American Home Shield? Where are we going? What are we doing? With American Home Shield, we never want to be static. We always want to be improving. We always want to be adding, making sure we are that differentiator in the market. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. One of the ways that we're doing that is we're enhancing our product. We're building on that. And we saw that with the Shield Complete. We went ahead and we added unlimited refrigerant. We were hearing from customers, you guys have a cap, don't really like that. So we wanted to up ourselves in the market, and now with the Shield Complete, you do get unlimited refrigerant. So that's one of the ways. The second way is by building a better rapport with our clients and saying, you know what, we're there to fix things, but we also want to give you additional benefits. So one of those benefits is the appliance portal. How many of you know if we give that we gave a discount on appliances? Did you guys know that? Only a few of you. Fantastic. New news. We do. So your clients can go online. They can either buy up if we're replacing something, or if they're just tired of their appliances, they can go ahead and go on the site and they get a fantastic deal because we have all those connections. So again, we want to give them other things that they can utilize throughout their home ownership, not just to be there when we need to get in there and fix things. Next, we want to work with you guys. We want to make sure that it still stays seamless. We give you all the resources. We want to make this as easy for you as possible. How many of you use the Portal Pro when you're placing an order? Anybody? You definitely should. It makes it really easy. So what we've done now is we've actually updated it where you guys can place the order, but also all of our materials are right there for you. So we have sample contracts, we have the digital brochure, we have an AHS 101, a maintenance guide, everything. Now, of course, Art and I are still here to make you folders and do all of that, but we want to make sure that you guys have this on hand. So if you need it, maybe for yourself, you want to look at some literature, or if you want to give something to your clients, it's all right there for you to download, print, whatever you want. So again, we're here to help you guys. We want to make sure that we're there, giving you the resources, and so we want to continue to build on that relationship, and do that as we go forward. So the big one, where are we going 2022? That's the really exciting thing. What's American Home Shield going to be doing? Well, I am not allowed to tell you. It's really it's a great reveal. I know, it's fantastic. But even though I can't tell you, you will be finding out. And what I can assure you is that there's some really exciting things that are coming along. I'm not just saying that. There are things for your clients, your existing clients, new buyers, sellers, and of course for you. So tons of fun things to come, I promise. I'll be announcing them in your offices hopefully soon. But thank you guys for your support. I'm always here to help out, and I'll be here for a little bit while longer. So thank you.
Thank you, Christina. All right. How many people in here know about Realty Insurance? Few of you. Wonderful. How many people know about the amazing Erin Winfield? Woo, let's hear it for Erin. Erin is our primary services partner ambassador here in Colorado, and she's doing an amazing job building deeper relationships with primary services for agents, clients, and managers. Welcome, Erin. You want to tell us about insurance? You're going to cover like umbrella policies or... Yeah, no, not really.
Not really, no. Thank you so much. I know that Realogy Insurance is kind of a new thing for everybody. It used to be Castle Edge Insurance, so I don't know if anybody has heard of Castle Edge as well, but I'm here to represent them today as they're off traveling, jet setting across the U.S. So your Realogy Insurance partner is, you know, kind of a unique platform. They're an agency, so they actually have 20 different companies that they write for. So that is a huge benefit to you and your customers because they really work for you to get the best policy, the best product, to cover everything that you and your customers need. So whether it is an umbrella policy or if it happens to be where your customers have some unique assets such as, a large volume of jewelry or a boat, or they have a ranch and they have all kinds of equipment that needs covered. They really work for you and your customers to make sure that they're getting the absolute best product, not just best price. So, 4.9 star rating. Out of 100 people surveyed, that's a pretty high number. I was thinking about it a little earlier. As a matter of perspective, this morning I had my sprinklers blown out, and I thank the gentleman for coming so early because I had somewhere really important to be. So he met me at 7 o'clock this morning. We were talking, and he said, it's really kind of a stinky thing because I had a customer that gave us a 1-star review. I'm like, well, what happened? They couldn't get them on the books, so they got a really horrible review because they couldn't meet their needs. So, that being said, a 4.9 star review is pretty amazing in the world of everybody wants to be a naysayer. So, pretty outstanding partner for you to have in your toolbox. And in the month of September, they helped 117 families protect their most important assets. So, pretty fun. I'm gonna roll a little video for you guys here. Wait a second.
Every day, you're on the move, working hard to help your clients find their dream homes and move in without a hitch. So don't let their need for homeowners insurance coverage slow you down. Show them you care about the investment they're making by putting them in touch with a trusted insurance partner. As part of the Realogy family of companies, Realogy Insurance Agency understands your business better than other agencies can. We work closely with you to provide your clients with a policy that suits their needs and budget. With a quick phone call, Your clients will enjoy a seamless one-stop shopping experience and will help them save money with bundled credits for additional personal lines of insurance, including auto, boat, umbrella coverage, and more. Plus, we offer a 100% virtual experience to serve your client's need for flexibility. We're not just an insurance agency, we're your partner. And keep in mind, as part of the Realogy family, Coldwell Banker employees who plan to shop for homeowners insurance may be eligible for discounts through Realogy Insurance Agency. So be sure to ask for more information. The Realogy family of companies is with you every step of the way. Call our team at 888-225-6410 or visit us at realogyinsurance.com. We are better together.
So as a part of your 2022 business plan, I highly, highly, highly encourage you to meet with one of our amazing insurance partners to help you with your assets as well as your customers' assets. Hand it back over to Miss Tammy.
Thank you, Erin. Thank you so much. All right, up next, we have Tim with Guaranteed Rate Affinity. Come on up, Tim Bennett.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi, how are you? I can't believe you're here.
I know.
Wow.
Snuck in.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is a pleasure and an honor to be here with you today, and thanks for a few minutes. So, my name's Tim Bennett. I'm the regional manager for Guaranteed Rate Affinity here in Colorado, and just want to take a few minutes today to share a little bit about our team and our company. Many of you work with us, and we appreciate that very much. But today is all about looking forward, right, to 2022 and making your plan to set yourself up for success for your business. And we just want to let you know we want to be a partner in that. And part of, one of my good friends, Karen, likes to send me daily quotes, which many of you may be on her thread as well. But, one a little while ago struck me. And as we look ahead, it kind of resonated. And I want to just, share, as we plan for 2022, we have every opportunity and ability to create our own story, right? When we see a difference and a change in our mindset to realize that we are the authors of our own story, whatever we want, that reality we want to create, we have the ability with the right mindset and the right attitude to go out and pen that. And every day is a new page to turn. So as we look to plan for 2022, just keep that in mind, right? That sometimes that page needs to be, previous pages need to be left behind, and we forget about those and write things off, and we start new threads and new stories. So part of our team, when I took over the regional manager role and looked to build a team of amazing people to support you and your businesses and partner with you guys, my first priority was finding good people. That was the baseline I set. I want to find good people who are really amazing loan officers. But the good people matters, right? Because we all believe in the brand that we represent, the company that we work with and for, and the people that we work with and for. And that, so it matters because this is ultimately a relationship business. So out of our team of over 26 and growing loan officers, we operate under a VP of choice model. So truly that's all about connecting your clients with the right fit for that client, right? So even if you work with one of our loan officers or our VPs, but your client, you just know that maybe they're not the right fit for that person, we would love for you to reach out to me, and I can connect you with a different loan officer, or we can connect you with the right personality fit and experience level to fit your client's personality as well. But we average over 18 years of experience. We love to get feedback because we can't just tell our own story. We want other people to give us feedback so that we can continue to process, improve, and be the best of the best. And so we evaluate a net promoter score from our clients. And what that is a scale from positive 100 to negative 100. And so many of our peers in our industry, in the mortgage industry, operate at a negative number on an average. Our average in Colorado is 91, which is industry leading. So as a company, thank you. As a company, Guaranteed Rate Affinity averages about 87. So we're even above our national average here in Colorado with our team. But ultimately what really matters is, would you refer us to your most valued people, your friends and your family? And nationally, 95% of our clients say that they would refer us to their friends and their family to work with us. So we strive, we spend a lot of money on very focused and diverse advertising, right? The reason being, we want your clients to recognize the brand when you refer one of our agents, right? When you say, you know what, I've got someone who can take great care of you, I know their products, their service is amazing, they're going to find a fit for you. Here's, Sam's shady lending out of his pickup truck. They're going to be like, who are you? No. We reflect on you as a business professional, right? Your reference to one of our team members, we understand that is a testament to your business brand that you've built, and every referral matters. So we build a brand so that have confidence in that brand, and when you refer a client that they're not going to be like, who is this? But we don't just want to tell our own story, right? So these are two national groups that do surveys, right? We don't pay for this advertising. This is truly just third party. They evaluate all the mortgage companies in the country. And both NerdWallet and U.S. News and World Report have ranked us the best online lender. Now, personally, I think that's hilarious. I think that's funny, right? Because we're not an online lender. I just told you we have 26 amazing loan officers right here in your community, in your offices. We have local processing. We manage our own appraisal panel locally, right? So we're not an online lender. But what that speaks to is the company's commitment to technology so that your clients can have the most amazing experience through the loan process, right? That's ultimately what everything is built around, is a user interface and providing the best experience possible. We're also got ranked as the best VA lender by NerdWallet. So that's not, like I said, not us tooting our horn, but being recognized nationally. Part of that is that brand strength. Part of that is that local delivery, because we truly, I'll get into kind of our core values in a second, but really, we believe that investing in technology, leading in technology, creates the best user experience. And we don't do it to take away the loan officer or that relationship between you and your client and your trusted partner, but it's to make that process as smooth as possible so that we can do the things that are fun, like connecting, right? Like engaging in that relationship aspect and having fun together to build that trust so that we know when we get to the closing table we're celebrating after a great experience. So quick update on product-wise. For a while, I know we didn't have CHAFA. We do have CHAFA. We have pretty much every product that's out there, right? And what I love about Guaranteed Rate Affinity is when there's not a product out there and we feel like there's a market for it, we go find it or we create it. An example is we created the Guaranteed Rate jumbo products, right? We created our own portfolio jumbo products where two of them actually follow Fannie and Freddie guidelines. So the whole point of that is so that you as a business partner and your clients don't have to be scared of this big black box for jumbo, right? Like, oh my God, I don't know what they're going to ask for, but it's going to be everything under the sun and probably a pint of blood. Like, we can go in and get into jumbo loan amounts with solid expectations of we're going to follow Fannie guidelines or we're going to follow Freddie guidelines, so it doesn't have to be scary, right? It can be smooth, fast. That's a speed play, right? So that we know we can do it quickly, efficiently, and get it done. So things like that we have continued to just evolve and create opportunities that we can be the best partner for you guys to know that your clients are going to be well taken care of and have the products and pricing to get them through the door. Financial strength, all that kind of ties into financial strength, right? With guaranteed rate companies, we expect to end 2021 as the #2 largest retail lender in the country. We've been in the top 5 for the last couple years, and if forecasts hold true, we'll end at #2. Why does that matter? It matters because, one, you've got stability, you've got resources, right? And when we profit, we contribute those resources as a joint venture partner back to Realogy so that they can then spread those resources out back to you guys to create new, marketing campaigns, to create new, to continue to subsidize listing concierge, to give you guys the tools to be the best of the best, so that this brand and this flag that you fly can always be #1 and maintain and stay #1, and not just by whatever margin it's been, but let's grow that margin, right? Let's continue to just conquer Colorado here as business partners. And finally, our core values. I won't go through all these, but really what matters is we live these. We don't just talk about them, we don't just write them down, right? We think with an owner's mentality, we think big, we give a shit. Right? It matters. This is about relationships. This is about an individual who is celebrating their dream, hopefully buying their first house, their dream house, whatever it is, right? You guys are the ones taking them through, shepherding them through that journey to the closing table, and we want to be your partner in getting them there in a really positive and fun experience, as fun as mortgage can be. Come on. But that's it, right? Really, we do this because we believe in this partnership. We believe in what we do and why we do it. And we've assembled an amazing team of individuals that I'm really proud of. And I know that they can take great care of you and your clients. So as you look to 2022, to your business plan and turn that new page, if you haven't worked with us in the past, we'd love the opportunity to sit down and just have a conversation, share some of the tools we can offer in terms of business development, putting your business plan together and growing your business into the future. And if you have worked with us, you know that we're always trying to make you look good, and that's what it's all about. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you very much. Okay. How many people in here know Rich Sands? Woo! Let's give it up for Mr. Rich Sands, teacher extraordinaire. Hey, are you guys awake? You're gonna want to pay attention because Rich has some amazing things to share with us this afternoon. You're gonna want to take lots of notes, so if you need to find a pen, you might want to do that now. I am really honored to introduce Rich. I've known Rich for
4 years.
Rich taught me everything I needed to know about real estate when I got in the business when I was 15. So it's super exciting to have him here today to share his words of wisdom.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome, sir.
Somebody's nose bled on this. It's kind of dangerous. Hi, how are you guys? That's excellent. Well, let's get off of that terrible picture and let's get to this terrible picture. I'm Rich Sands. I am your host for the next little bit. For those of you who do not know me, this is a very, very quick visual story of my life, so don't blink. You might miss part. I've been a realtor for 29 years. I've been a runner for over 55 and a half years. I've been a teacher of one kind or another for 36 years. I started out with 9th graders. I have moved up, some people debate that, to real estate agents, but you can do whatever you want with that. I've been a CRS, NAR, AFL-CIO, whatever acronym there is, instructor for 18 years. In my younger days, I was actually a Coldwell Banker education director. I remember that. I've been on the planet way longer than any of those other numbers, and I am so happy to see you because in the last year and a half, I have taught 145 Zoom classes. So let me make sure you're all real. Yeah, you look like you're real. That's good. I am a dad. These are my kids. That's Ryan up in my arms, Matt down on the ground. We're actually waiting for the 1984 Olympic marathon to come by. Check out the perm, though. Wow, that's pretty cool. My kids got a little cuter as they got a little older, and then they just stopped being cute. But my youngest one, Ryan, in the middle, just got married 2 weeks ago, so all of them are happy, right? Because, yeah, whatever, we won't go there. We went there last time. I am also a husband. This is my second attempt at husbandness. I think I'm doing pretty good so far, at least she still tolerates me, as you can see. And even at my advanced age, we have added a member to the family. Oh yeah, Winston's here. Yeah, Winston's pretty cute. He knows it too, by the way. So, I am here for one reason. No, not to hang out with Todd Moyer. That's only part of the reason I'm here. I'm here so that you can have the best year in 2022 that you can possibly have. So when I was asked to do this, I thought, well, there are a lot of places we could go with a half an hour to 40 minutes of talking about real estate. I thought, well, we could talk about buyers and sellers, and we could talk about marketing and prospecting, and we could talk about working our sphere of influence, and we could talk about our goals. We could talk about technology. And then I thought of Robert Frost. And Robert Frost says, 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled, and that has made all the difference. So we're going to take the road less traveled for a while. And we're going to talk about our strengths. We've spent this whole marketing roadshow sales rally thing talking about resources. Let's talk about your greatest resource, which is your strengths.
According to Einstein, you are a genius. And him, and her, and well, all of them. Einstein said, everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it'll go through its whole life believing that it is stupid. We're all born great at something. But as we grow up, we find out all the things we're not so good at. So we spend our life feeling bad about those things, working on our weaknesses, while we take our strengths for granted. But wait, how about him? And her? And them? They focused on the one thing they were great at. They went from ordinary to extraordinary. And you can too. Your winning formula is someone else's losing formula. You have a natural way to learn, to lead, to live, to love. A natural strategy that suits you in relationships, in your work, in social media, even in the design of your day. In fact, if you do anything that feels like hard work, you're already doing the wrong thing. When you know your genius, you can get in your flow. And when you know the genius of your friends, your workmates, your boss, children, family, you can appreciate them for what they are best at, and that brings out the best in them. As for the things you're not so great at, well, there's a genius in your network waiting to do those things for you, with half the time and double the happiness. It will help you to live the life you love and love the life you live.
So if we go down there, let's think about our strengths and let's think about them in a certain way. First off, Gary Vaynerchuk, entrepreneur, billionaire, whatever, said the only way to maximize your talent is to deploy hard work against it. I'm really on this campaign the last year, whenever I get to teach somewhere, to get people to quit thinking about the things they're terrible at. Quit thinking about your weaknesses. Now, you're real estate agents, so there are some weaknesses that if you had them, you might want to work on them, like if you can't fill in the blanks of a contract, that would be a good thing to work on. But other things, other weaknesses that we have, we spend an inordinate amount of time of the day, of the week, of the month, of the year, trying to get better at these things that maybe just don't matter. There's this phrase, and you're going to finish it for me. It goes, jack of all trades, master of none. I have no interest in that. I have the interest in being a master of a few, or maybe a lot, and not worrying about the other things, delegating the other things, deleting the other things. When you focus on your strengths, things get easier. Now, what's difficult about this for us is we're not brought up with this mindset. We're brought up hearing BS like, well, nothing in life comes easy. If it was easy, anyone could do it. Seriously, who tells us this stuff? This is not the way it's supposed to work, because the result of this is we decide that the only way to get better is to try really hard. So we engage in what's called upstream effort. We're constantly working against things all the time. We're constantly trying to work. We're having to push. It's rolling that rock uphill. There's another way to do this. It's called downstream effort. Downstream effort's still effort. You don't get to just slide. You still have to paddle. You still have to steer the boat, but it's easier. It's easier. They say that when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. Now, I'll get moderately sentimental for a minute. My youngest son got married. I hadn't seen my oldest son in 3.5 years. He's now closing in on 40, and which means I'm older than that. I know it's hard for you to believe. But he came up to me and he said something that was really cool. He said, Dad, you know what one of the things I love about you is? And I said, no, what's that? And he said, I've never known you to not do something you didn't love. And I thought, wow, what a great compliment to have from your kids. When you love the process, it all seems like it's downstream effort. It all seems a little easier. Utilize your resources. You've heard about a ton of them today. You're going to hear about some more. Utilize your strengths. Stop fighting everything. Stop trying to paddle upstream. So how do we do that? What's the solution? Well, the solution is you focus on your strengths. Now, get this. Don't focus on your weaknesses and shortcomings. There are more than enough people willing to do that for you. We have all kinds of friends and family members who will remind us of what we're lousy at. You know what? They can take a hike. Dr. Christian Barnard invented the heart transplant. The heart transplant, when he first started doing them, took somewhere between 4 and 12 hours to actually do one. He did 6 a day. So if you do the math, you're going, well, how did he do that? Well, It was pretty simple. The only part he did was he took out a heart, he put in the next one, he probably like thumped it or something to get it going, and then he moved on to the next one. He focused on his strength, and his strength was he invented the heart transplant, not the anesthesiologist part of it, not the person who opened up the chest, not the person who wheeled him in. He knew what he did. Our time is limited every day, every week, every month, so you have to work smart. Now, you've all heard that phrase, work smarter. Well, here's the key part of it. The operative word here isn't smarter. The operative word is work. Smart work is still work. So if you're thinking, okay, well, I want to work smart. I still want time for my family. I still want time for whomever. Well, that's fantastic. If you want more balance, you know who you have to be? You have to be the surgeon. You can't be the scrub nurse. You can't be the orderly. You can't be the anesthesiologist. You have to be the surgeon. So let's talk about your strengths. I seriously, for a minute, want you to go inside a little bit and start thinking about, what are you good at? What are you good at? What are you great at? What's your expertise? What's that thing that you have and you just go, yeah, I'm good at that. That's my thing, yeah. Or everyone else tells you, man, you're amazing at whatever. Now, in order for you to do this, it's going to take self-awareness. So let's talk about self-awareness. Self-awareness is you being aware of who? Yourself, exactly. I decided to throw that in there to see if you're still with me. So here's what I'm thinking. Look around the room. Seriously, look around the room. See all the people here? You have a lot of things in common, but one of the biggies is every one of you has a heart that's beating. At least I'm pretty sure of that. So I want you to find that beating heart. You can find it in the carotid artery of your neck. You can find it on your wrist. Serious, find your heartbeat. By the way, if you're visiting us from Boulder, you can probably just find it. Once you have your heartbeat, hang on to it. Get a rhythm with it. Feel how strong is it? What pace is it going? Be at one with your heartbeat. You got it? Now slow it down. Slow down your heart rate. Make it go slower. All right, so who succeeded? Who made it go slower, or at least you feel like you did? Okay, how'd you do that? Somebody tell me how you did it. You relaxed. What did that entail? What does that word relax mean? You let go of what? Because Deepak Chopra would say, you must let go. This was my first Deepak Chopra imitation. It's been a while. Yeah, well, it's okay. What did you let go of? Okay, you just kind of let go of all the other things that were going on, distractions, things like that. What else did someone do? A deep breath, okay. The key part of the deep breath, by the way, if you want to slow down your heart rate, is the exhale, not the inhale. There's a whole neuroscience and central nervous system thing about this, that when you inhale, what happens is your lung goes up, your diaphragm gets pushed down, there's a hole there, your heart fills it. The same amount of blood goes through it, but it's going through a bigger area, so it has to be pushed through harder, which makes your heart go faster. When you do it the other way, when you exhale, it allows your heart to slow down. You guys are the first ones who didn't say breathing as the answer, because I was pretty sure we were all breathing. So I didn't have to make fun of you guys like the other classes. So what does this all mean to us? 3 things. First, you have to be aware of yourself. Self-awareness means mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Second, you have to know what's important to you. We're sorting out things all day long. We get emails, we get texts, we get phone calls, we have people bugging us. Gary Vaynerchuk says that one of the reasons he's so successful as an entrepreneur is 95% of the things that come up in his day are just not important. And what he's gotten good at is sorting out the things that are from the things that aren't. So part of self-awareness is you developing this filter that allows the things to come in that need to come in and send the other ones somewhere else. Maybe back where they came from, maybe they get delegated. And then third, you have to understand your strengths. So up on the screen, here are some personal strengths you could have. I just want you to be aware of them. Maybe on that little piece of paper that I had sent around, little handout, you could jot a couple down on the side. Things that you're great at. Maybe you're curious. Maybe you're brave. Maybe you're forgiving. Maybe you have gratitude. Maybe you have leadership. Maybe you have humility. Just let a couple run through. Hey, what are my strengths? What am I good at? And then let's take this to the next place. Let's talk about real estate strengths. What are you good at in the real estate business? Market knowledge, presentation skills, patience, client loyalty, technology, negotiations. What are you good at? So take that fantastic little piece of paper that you have and jot down 3 things that you're great at the top. 3 things that you are, I'm going with great. The screen says good. Let's get past good. I'm hoping this is easy. I'm hoping you're going boom, boom, boom. Because we're going, oh, geez, what am I good at? By the way, how could you find out what you're good at? You could ask people. Yeah, and listen to what they tell you. They'll give you great feedback. You want to be more self-aware? Ask people how they feel about you and what they think about you and what they see in you. Sometimes that's not always the best, but it's pretty good. So then ask yourself this. How do each of these strengths help a buyer or a seller? How do my strengths help a buyer or a seller? There can be more than one way. Next, why do they care? Why is this strength important to them? Or answer this question. You have this strength, I'm a buyer or a seller, what's in it for me? What do I get out of it? You're great at whatever, why do I care? Next, this is a sales rally and a marketing roadshow. So let's put the rubber to the road and let's make this work for us, or put the rubber to the roadshow. What can you do to brand or market that strength and get it in front of more people to attract them to your business? What can you do to take that strength, that thing you're great at, that expertise, what can you do to get it out there and attract people to your business? All right, let's see what this could look like. When I was a full-time agent, I prided myself in trying to achieve one thing. I mean, now, I'm going to say one thing. That wasn't like the only thing, but one of the big things was I wanted to be the market expert. So, who's the market expert? Oh, God, Tammy, here we go again. No, it's not a trick question. So let's see. Let's review this, and I'll ask the question again. So you guys are, I don't have to tell you this, but I will anyway. You guys are real estate agents. You list and sell houses in a market. We good? Who's the market expert? There we go. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So let's say you were the market expert. How does that strength help a buyer or seller? With my sellers, it helps them price their homes. With my buyers, it helps them make better offers. It helps them understand the market. They're better able to compete in the market, and they're more effective because I'm the market expert. Why do they care? Well, it's good to be more informed. It's better when you can compete. This isn't good enough for me. Why has been a theme a couple times today. By the way, I want to add to, Sandra said this great thing about finding your why and it should make you cry. If you have a big enough why, it doesn't matter how. You'll figure out how. Have a big enough why, you'll figure out how. But anyway, why's a feeling thing for me. So informed and compete doesn't do it. If I'm the market expert, my buyers and sellers are more confident. They're more confident in me. They're more confident in the process. They're more confident in themselves. They're more empowered because I've made them confident. So how do I put that to the road? I did a newsletter every month for 9 years while I was in the real estate business. It was 4 pages long, and every single month the front page was about the market. I told you about the market. I showed you a cool graph. I interpreted it. I analyzed it. I did it all. Month after month after month after month. Now, as a guy who's taught for 30, can't escape these things, can you? As a guy who's taught for 36 years, here's what I know. When you're teaching people stuff, are you ready for this? They think you know it. They think you know it. The first day I walked in to teach American government, everybody in that room thought I knew it. And they'll continue thinking that you know it until you show them you don't. And so, if I'm teaching you every stinking month in my newsletter, or in the 21st century in a blog, or a video, or a podcast, if I'm teaching you that about the market, you think I know it. And if you're just thinking in your head, well, okay, yeah, big deal. Yeah, big deal. I have a listing appointment with you at 6 o'clock tonight. Before I even show up, I have pre-positioned myself with you as the market expert. Do I have any leverage when we have a pricing negotiation? You bet I do, because you've already decided I know more about the market than anyone. So your strengths will give you leverage. Change the way you converse with people. In Sales 101, we were taught that everything is great, awesome, unbelievable, and cool. So now, people ask you that question they ask you. They find out you're a realtor, and they say, how's the market? And here's what you say, because you went to Sales 101. It's good, it's great, it's awesome, it's unbelievable. I got news for you guys. If I'm a buyer right now, the market is not good, it is not great, it is not awesome. It might be unbelievable, but that's as far as it goes. So, how about we change how we answer that question? How about every single one of you creates a 20-second spiel where you explain the market to someone? They just asked you, market experts, they just asked you, how's the market? Here's your 20 seconds. Your 20 seconds. So give them a number. I love average sales price. So tell them what the average sales price is. I could ask you what it is. I'd get 18 different numbers. So let's pretend like it's $650. What's the average sales price right now is $650,000. What have I told you? Nothing. Because if I'm from middle of nowhere, Iowa, $650 sounds like a big deal. If I'm from San Francisco, I'm going, well, yeah, I'll take 3 of those. That's cool. So give them the number and then put it into context. It's $650 and that's up from $620, or it's $650 and that's up blank percent from last year. Give them a number, put it into context. Then give them another number. I don't care what the other number is. Days on market, sales to list price ratio, number of solds, anything. And then tell them what it means. 20 seconds. That's all it's going to take. Man, if I were doing what you do in this world of technology, holy Toledo, I could do the weekly update. It could be a blog, it could be a video, it could be a podcast. And by the way, it could be all three. I could take my 20-second spiel, turn it into about a 60-second spiel, write it out as a blog. It would be about 3 paragraphs long, shoot it out, and by the way, then put it on Facebook and Twitter and on LinkedIn and slide it over to Instagram and maybe somewhere else. And then I could shoot a video on it, take it to all the same places. Here's what you need to know about marketing. One piece of content in today's world hits the pond and it ripples out. You can take that 20-second spiel and make 15 marketing pieces out of it, and that's just one thing. You have to have resources if you're going to utilize your strengths. Well, I got news for you guys. You have a ton of resources. You have to have systems in place. Well, I got news for you guys. You have a bazillion systems in place. You have systems all over the place. In the last 2 years, I have specifically taught for 6 different national franchises at one point or the other. And I'm not going to get myself in a hole by overdoing anything, but I'll tell you what, comparatively speaking, you guys have a lot of stuff. You have a lot of stuff. It's all there. The resources are there. The systems are there. You should also have a plan. Oh my gosh, you just got taught how to have a plan. You just got given the resources to have a plan. And once you have all of these things, and then you need to execute against your strengths. So, how many of you remember the dating game? Yeah, some of you really don't. You just heard about it from your grandparents. It's okay. All right, so here we are in the dating game. There's Batchelor number 2. He doesn't look as confident. I don't know. Anyway, on the other side of the screen, the first question she asked was, so if we go out on a dream date, number 1, where would we go and what kind of food would we have? Oh, we do this and this and this. Number 3, what's your favorite color? Blah, blah, blah. Just stupid stuff. But then finally, she says, Batchelor number 2, why should I pick you? Here's what in the history of the dating game, Batchelor number 2 never said. Pick me? God, I haven't even thought of that. Have you seen number 3 over here? This guy is gorgeous. Oh my God, he is just unbelievable. And number 1 over here, smart, funny. We're back in the green room and he's just cracking us up. He's amazing. Pick me? Ew. Can't even imagine you'd do that. First off, for our dream date, they'd have to come to my mother's house and pick me up because I live in the basement there. I'm still trying to find that job and I'm not sure if my unemployment check's going to bounce or not. I can't imagine you'd pick me. That's not what Batchelor number 2 did. Batchelor number 2 put his best foot forward, because that's how you get picked on the dating game, and that's how you get picked in real estate. You put your best foot forward. You lead with your strengths. Marketing works like this: attention, attraction, capture, conversion. That's how marketing works. You could be the greatest realtor who has ever walked planet Earth, and if no one's heard of you, you know how much business you're going to do? I'll put the mouse down to show you. Well, maybe your mother will list with you. And so what do I have to do? I have to get people's attention and attract them to me so that at least I have the opportunity to capture them. And so how do you do that? You put your strengths forward. You use your strengths to attract people to your business. You also should execute against your strengths in your presentation. What is a presentation other than a reflection of what you do well, a reflection of your expertise? You don't sit at a listing presentation and go, well, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I got to tell you the things I suck at. No, you don't. You put your best foot forward. You nail it. And so what you do is it works like this. You sit with them and you learn to identify what they want and need. And then you try to tie those needs to your strengths. You explain to them how it's all going to work because you do this and this and this and this so well, and then you close them, and they pick you. Third thing, You have to execute your strengths in technology. If you're a writer, by golly, you should be writing a blog. And I know that some of you are going, blogs, that was 20 years ago. No, there are still people who like to read. A lot of them are called baby boomers, and they have all the money, so maybe we write for them. If you think you have a personality or you're even marginally okay to look at, you should be shooting video. It's a great idea. And if you have information and you have a voice, why aren't you putting audio stuff out there? Use technology to put your strengths out to attract people to your business. The fourth thing is you have to execute your strengths in your relationships with all those other people. Be yourself and be your best. I think it's an act of kindness. I think if it's an act of kindness if I'm your client and you are striving to give me your best all the time. And then if you take that, kindness, and add something else to it, empathy, oh my gosh, you just had the killer combination. Empathy is your ability to understand how someone else feels. So let's do empathy. Take your right index finger, put it on your forehead. A couple of you are going, right, yeah, right. I saw you. Now draw a capital letter E. Capital letter E. Fabulous. You may remove your finger from your head, not from your hand. We're avoiding a mess here. How many of you drew the E so that I could read it? You drew it for me. I asked you to do it. Okay, cool. How many of you drew it so that you yourself could read it? Okay, how many of you just had an eye exam, so you pointed it up or down? Anybody? Okay, cool. If you drew the E so that I could see it, so that Rich could see it, psychologists would say you were more other-oriented. I said, draw me an E, and you said, okay, here's my E right here. See it? It's cool. You're probably more prone to empathy. If you drew the E so that you yourself could see it, selfish, rotten, terrible people. You should execute your strengths and be a leader. Once firmly established in the real estate and people skills and knowing their strengths, great agents see themselves as leaders. Well, when you think of yourself a leader, I'm not talking about a leader at the board. I'm not talking about being a leader on some committee. I'm talking about the fact that you lead your business. You're an entrepreneur. You lead your fellow realtors. You lead your family and your friends and your sphere of influence and your community. And most of you don't lead the bad way. The bad way is to lead by pushing. It's one thing for me to say, hey, everybody follow me. It's a better thing when everybody says, hey, I'm going to follow you. Lead by example. That's the way it works. Benjamin Zander was a conductor of the Boston Symphony Orchestra for decades. And he said when he was interviewed once, I was always a really good conductor. He said, but the day I became a great conductor was the day I figured out that the conductor of an orchestra doesn't make a sound. He depends for his power on his ability to make others powerful. If that's not us, I don't know who is. We're not buying the house. We're not selling the house. We're conducting the orchestra. Daniel Pink would call it symphony. We're the ones who put all the parts together. I don't want to depress you guys, but the aliens are coming. I don't know if they're coming at 5 today or 20 years from now or when, but the aliens are coming. And what's going to happen is when they get here, they're going to land on this planet, they're going to get out and they're going to look around and they're going to say one of two things. They're either going to look around and go, forget it. They're going to get back in and they're going to go. That would be a reflection of something, I'm not sure. Or they're going to get out and they're going to look around. They're going to run into one of you and they're going to say that thing that aliens say, take me to your leader. And what you're going to say is, that would be me. What do you need? I want you to be that kind of leader. So what's the path to doing that? Anyone been in the business less than 2 years? Yeah, cool. Anyone been in the business like forever? Yeah, cool. Well, whether you're brand new or whether you've been in the business forever, I want you to see this business every single day through what I'm going to call fresh eyes. brand new, every day. Another opportunity to put my strengths forward and attract people to my business. I don't have to show houses. I get to show houses. I don't have to get on the phone and call my sphere. I get to get on the phone and call my sphere. Mike Smith is a cross-country coach at Northern Arizona University. His teams have won the NCAA cross-country championship 4 of the last 5 years, and they're heavily favored to win it again. That just doesn't happen in something as big as the NCAA. Mike Smith said this a year ago. He said, after coaching here for 4 years, my issue isn't getting my athletes to do the drills I've taught them. My issue is getting them to do them the way they tried to do them the very first time. Perfectly. When you've shown 1,800 houses in your career, hard to get up for that. But when you put on the fresh eyes, you can do it. This is James Taylor. James Taylor was asked once, what is the song he believes he sung the most in concert in his life? And he said, without a doubt, it's the song Fire and Rain. And the guy said, well, how many times do you think you've sung it in concert? And he said, at least 10,000. And the interviewer said, how could you do that? How could you sing that song over and over and over and put anything into it? And James looked at him and said, well, it might be the first time you've heard me sing it. This is Eliud Kipchoge, who, not even arguably, is the greatest marathoner who's ever lived. He's won 2 Olympic gold medals. He's the only man who's ever run 26.2 miles under 2 hours, and he's the world record holder in the marathon. And when he was getting ready for his first marathon, him and a group of other Kenyan runners left their families, left their cities, went up into the hills for 4 months, and they just ran. They'd go home on Saturday night and come back Monday morning, so they got to see their families a little, but all they did was run, and the camp was pretty sparse. So at his first training camp, what Eliud Kipchoge did was he cleaned toilets just like everybody else. He washed his shoes with a brush when they'd get dirty just like everybody else, and he carried water from the well up to the camp. In 4 months before he won the Olympic marathon back in August, you know what Eliud Kipchoge did in camp? Well, he cleaned toilets, he washed shoes, and he carried water. He's the most famous man in Kenya. Buddha said, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. So what are we going to do about this? How are we going to do anything with all of this information? Well, I'm going to give you 7 things. The first one is practice self-awareness. Practice self-awareness. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Be aware of yourself. 2, focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. Focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. I think there's a strength mindset, and that is downstream effort and utilizing my strengths to help others. I'm using my strengths as an outreach thing. You get them. Number 3, identify which ones are marketable. And I got news for you, all of them are marketable. Take a personal strength like, oh, I'm a good listener. You don't think that slides over into real estate? You don't think that would make a fantastic testimonial when your buyer or seller talks about how great you were because you just listened to them? Bridge the doo-doo gap. You're going to walk out of here today with a whole list of things that you think you should do. Well, you know what you have to do next? You have to do them. There's this gap between what I ought to do and what I actually do. I lovingly call it the doo-doo gap just because I hear Beavis and Butthead going, he said doo-doo. Number 5, find counterbalance. Balance doesn't exist, you guys. It is not a thing that is real. If you work 6 hours today, there's no way you can go home and spend 6 hours doing that thing you like to do. It doesn't work like that. And by the way, balance doesn't work that way anyway. There are weeks, and you know this, where you're going to work 90 hours in the week. There's no balance that week. There's no balance in that month where you worked every single day. So what do? You seek counterbalance. What can I do for a little bit of time that'll make everything seem okay? So you have to think about, part of self-awareness is, what do I do that revitalizes me? What do I do that puts gas back in my gas tank? What do I do to counterbalance? Is it my family and friends? Is it that I do yoga? I like to read. Maybe that counterbalances me. Or hiking, or meditating, or listening to music. It's whatever floats your boat. That's what can counterbalance you. Whatever makes you happy. Janet Kingsford has this quote, and I keep saying I love it, and I still love it. Balance is not something you find. It's something you create. It takes planning. It has to be a priority. And it's not easy. But what it is it's a choice. Number 6, gratitude. I shared this number before because I just saw it this morning and it seemed kind of interesting. There are 784 million people in this world right now who do not have access to clean water. And we think it's a big deal when no one likes our Instagram post. There's a lot of things to be grateful for that we don't always think about. So think about gratitude and then think about this. I challenge you to think of anybody who has a better job than us. You get to do anything you could possibly dream of with your life. There's no ceiling as to what you can make and what you can do as a real estate agent. You can have anything you dream about. And you know how you get that? You get that by giving somebody else something that they have dreamed about since they were a kid, owning a house. That's pretty stinking cool. Meister Eckhart said, if the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it'll be enough. So let's finish off with number 7. Number 7 is that giving takes care of everything. I think if you keep people first every time, no matter whether you're doing 10 transactions or whether you're doing 200 transactions, if you're always keeping people first, and that's one of your strengths, your ability to do that, you will be really successful. Michael Corleone said, it's not personal, it's strictly business. By the way, he said that in Godfather 2 right before he had his brother killed. But it's business, but you know what? This is pretty personal. 53% of the average agent's buyer business comes with people they already know. 67% of the average agent's seller business comes from people that they already know. That's a lot. And none of you back on the 1st was sent your salary check. You get paid when you deliver. That's kind of personal too. So I'm thinking this is personal. So give everybody your best. Put your best foot forward, give them your strengths, because when you do that, 3 things, all the same thing but named differently, reciprocity happens, karma happens. They scratch your back because you scratch them. In the end, this is all about people. And it's about you giving them your best. And because I can't resist one more time to make Tammy cry, I give you this.
Staples Center. We come off the encore. The crowd is just chanting your name. And you're back there just becoming 12 foot tall. When all of a sudden you see this little girl that's in a concessions outfit. And she's crying. And she looks at me. And she says, "What's it like?" I said, "What?" She goes, "What's it like? What's that like?" Let's go find out. Just took her hand. We go through the curtain to come up the stairs. And we come up the stairs, this place gets louder than it has all night. So I can feel her now just trembling and shaking in my hand. I've got her close to me. And I said, she wants to know what this is like. So here's what I would love to ask you to do. Would you treat her as if she's me? And they started chanting her name. Now she just totally crumbles. She sits down on the stage, stares at the stage, and she's bawling. We play some music. They sing along. She can hear it. And at the very end, I take her hand. I said, now you have to tell them goodbye. And she said, I don't want to. That's what it's like.
5 times I've cried. Ah, you guys, don't ever lose sight of that's what we do. That's what we do for people every time we help them buy or sell a home, right? We're in the people business. We're not in the housing business. We don't build houses. If we did, maybe the inventory would look a little different. But we help people realize their dreams. So thank you so much for giving it your all, making people feel like that every single time. That is what we do, and that is what is so important. So thank you for giving it your all every single time. And thank you, Rich, like 5 times in a row. I have to get up here and be all choked up. That was amazing. Another big round of applause for Rich. All right, Mr. Moyer, Mr. Marketing Magic. Bring us home. Tell us what's new in 2022 coming our way.
Thank you so much. Has this been amazing or what? Yeah. Nice job to all of our speakers and presenters today. They did a fabulous job all week long, so thank you for all your time and energy, and thanks for all of you to make this a great road show. So we have a lot going on in marketing, and I want to show you a quick video of what we've accomplished just this past quarter. Pretty impressive, huh? Just one quarter. We constantly are striving around the clock to deliver the tools, the systems, the technology, the programs to help you stay connected in this relationship business. This here is an interesting infographic you may have seen, but it just tells the story of who we are as an organization collectively, and that we continuously outpace the competition. We're number one in every sector, and it's just a true testament to all the things that we do together. Also, on your chair, you have the marketing plan for 2022. I highly recommend you embrace this and spend some time in it. Schedule an appointment with your success coach, perhaps a number of appointments with your success coach, and really go through this and maximize what we have to offer here at Coldwell Banker and all the systems, tools, and programs. I think you'll really benefit from it in 2022. Also, breaking news. Out of 50,000 agents in America across the entire Coldwell Banker network, this room right here is the first to see this or hear about this. We are another pilot. In fact, on a national level, they come to us here in Colorado, as you know, Listing Concierge, Clients for Life, Home Place. Continuously, they look to us as the leaders in the market, in the company, to really test and study the various programs and systems that we have. So, who is using Moxie currently? Outstanding. If you're not, make that a part of your business plan for 2022. Make sure that you embrace that and really take advantage of that resource. We are the pilot for what is called Moxie Works, okay? And this is going to start in the first quarter of next year, but it has all the various platforms that you've been wanting, that you've been asking for. And as you know, we have a lot of different platforms, right? A lot of different systems, and they don't always talk to each other. Moxie Works is going to integrate everything. So from a full-blown, right? Yes, awesome. A full-blown CRM system will be fully integrated with your website, also with your marketing system as well, and you'll see a quick video on that. truly amazing, and technology that no other real estate company offers. None. Zero zilch. Hands down, we have the best platform coming to you in 2022. So watch for that coming. Also, more breaking news. Where's Lane? Is Lane here? More breaking news. Hey, there he is, Lane Line. Get a picture of this. Come on, man. Right? So we also are a pilot of something that you've been asking for quite some time. New Panda, remember New Panda? And we had a newsletter in there. We now are going to be launching a newsletter inside Prospect Square, okay, to help you engage and build those relationships with your clients using technology. You'll have the ability to personalize your newsletter, right? We're going to provide the content on a larger regional basis for you, but then you can go in and right down to the local level, pick and choose which articles you want in your e-newsletter. You can have your own listings, you could have office listings, you could have sold listings, market reports, area reports, all the data and stats that people are asking for because you're the expert, right? Rich Sands, you said you're the market expert. We're going to be providing those newsletters for you. The third Thursday of every month, they will automatically go out so long as you opt into it, and you'll be able to build up your newsletters. Here's just a quick snapshot of what the back end looks like. We'll train you on it. You'll have all the information that you need. Your success coaches will be helping you with this as well. So watch for that. We're also going to be continuing to help you build your relationships and partner with your people at the various events that we put on for you every month as a part of Clients for Life. Here's the first 6 months. We'll round out this year with St. Jude, and then of course we have the $5,000 Best Buy card that's coming for the December, and then on down the line. A lot of you oftentimes ask, when is the Rockies game? Because your clients are asking, right? When's the big night at the Rockies? So it will be July 26th, which is the Tuesday after the All-Star break. So it's against the Chicago White Sox. So that should be awesome. We're going back to July because that's baseball season, right? So watch for that. And it's all about the culture of awesomeness and the tools, the programs, the technology, the systems that we provide you to really make this place and everything that you do to provide your clients truly amazing and awesome. So that said, Tammy, should we wrap this thing up?
We should wrap it up. Okay, that was an odd comment. Okay, did you guys learn something today? Did you take some aha moments? All right, some great ideas for your business plan in 2022? Fantastic. Thank you all so much. Don't leave your seat because we have prizes to give away. But I just want to thank you on behalf of the Roadshow Band for spending a couple of hours with us, for everything that you do every single day to keep Coldwell Banker #1 in Colorado. Keep doing what you do because they keep bringing pilots to our metro because they know if anyone can get it done, we can get it done here in Colorado. So thank you all so much. And Lane and Todd, let's give some prizes away.
Okay, so we have, let's do a North Face backpack. How about that? North Face backpack. What lucky number do we have? He's mixing them up. What do we got?
Okay, the last three numbers are going to be 507.
507. Anyone? Takers in the back? Right on. Outstanding. Excellent. All right, we'll do a, how about a cool cooler, huh? Got the cooler? Cool cooler.
I love it. Here's the winner. Last three, 558. 558.
558 for the cooler. Bingo in the back, somebody. Okay, right here, Christy. And I think we have another, do we have another backpack? Yep, I think we have another backpack. Let's do another North Face backpack to the lucky number.
Tina's looking like, I hope it's me. She had that look on her face. Okay, 503. 503.
503. Fantastic. How about we have these cool little Bluetooth Coldwell Banker speakers. Are these awesome or what? They sound really good when you plug it in or you go Bluetooth. It really rocks. So let's do a couple of those Bluetooth speakers.
All right. This is going to be 523. 523.
523. And let's do another one quick while Natalie's back there.
Okay.
Next one.
530.
530. We got it. So right there. Okay. What else do we got in our goodie bag? We got some more coolers. Let's do some more coolers.
Coolers, okay. Cool. 510.
510, rapid fire. Do another one.
Okay, 510 in the back. All right, awesome. And we have 553.
553.
553.
Okay.
Oh, love it. Right over here.
Perfect. And I think we have one more North Face bag. Let's do another North Face bag.
North Face bag.
They're cleaning house here. Save the best for last.
551.
551, awesome. Okay, we're going to do some hoodie sweatshirts because fall is in the air. Let's do some hoodie sweatshirts. Here we go.
Mix this up a little bit here. Okay. 504.
504, perfect.
531.
04, blue or gray. 531, we have 531.
Got to be present to win.
531, perfect.
We still going?
Yeah, let's keep it going.
We'll just do this all night until everybody wins. 512.
Everybody's winner. Perfect. We got another speaker in there. Let's go for another speaker.
Okay.
You get a prize. You get a prize. You get a car.
All right. This one is 508.
508 for the speaker. And we got some. How about a hoodie sweatshirt? What do you say?
I say that sounds great. This now, hold the mic up a little bit here for me, okay? 518. 518.
518. Okay, rapid fire. Another one.
516.
516. Another hoodie. Woo. There he is. Man. Dave is excited. Nice. It's like he never won anything.
500.
500. Squealing. Another squeal. Come on.
Are we just going to keep going?
Yeah, we might as well.
Okay, you
Or we
guys
could start throwing them.
Way more on this one. Okay. 499.
499.
Mix these up a little bit. 556.
556. Fantastic. Awesome. Yeah, let's do some gray. How about some camera equipment? Rick, can we start giving away your camera equipment over here? Sorry.
519.
519 in the back.
Okay, next one is 524.
524. Everyone, we're going to be decked out in blue apparel. What do you think? 524 still here? Yep, in the back.
I love it. They're in the back.
Keep running. Just keep running.
525. 525.
525. Okay.
If you feel comfortable, the next paddle will be $1,000 donation. That's a different show, I think. Okay. 548. 548.
548. Okay, no screaming, no squealing.
Going twice. Oh, this is a lucky one. 555.
555. There we go. All right.
I love it. Is it okay if we keep going? All right, 549. 549.
549. All right. Yeah, sure.
549, raise your hand. 549. Okay, next one is 528. 528.
528. There we go.
Hey, I love it, okay? Let me just take them off. So we'll get three of those.
Just take. Well, that's why I have the cart on wheels. I thought you were just going to be like,
532, 532. Ah, love it, okay.
Here we go. She's going to have to sit down and take a rest.
501.
501, look, are you serious? Nice. Right on. Okay, there you go.
Okay, Miss Kelly, are we ready?